On today's episode, Maul has his vengeful eyes set on the Empire on the new trailer for Maul Shadow Lord. Release dates and episode titles have been revealed, so let's talk about it. So if you guys are ready, I'm not ready. Let's talk Star Wars and start the transmission.
Rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Alberto Calderon, and thank you for joining us on this new episode as we talk Star Wars on Star Wars Saturday. Just holding down the fort by myself, going solo today. Our good friend, our co-host Oti will be back next time that we're live here talking Star Wars with you guys. So thank you for joining us. If you're watching us live, thank you. As always, if you're watching later on the replay, also thank you. Let us know down below, add a comment, subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, all that fun stuff. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, as always, thank you so much for still doing it that way on your way to work, way back, just mowing the lawn as it's spring and everyone's starting to do yard work. If you're listening to us, thank you, and give us a 5-star rating and review, and follow us wherever you listen to your podcast. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. I'm tired today, but that's fine. It's been a long week. Took a couple of days off from work as it is spring break down here in Florida. So charging my batteries. But we got a great trailer for Maul Shadow Lord. We'll talk about it in a minute. We're about 2 weeks off from the release of the series. We'll talk about the release dates. I think we knew that already. We'll go over the release dates. Episode titles came out. I think it's too early to start kind of theorizing and kind of throwing out theories about what those episode titles will mean. We'll see. Maybe through our discussion today, something pops up that we can. There's one or two that you can probably guess, but it's fun. I mean, we're getting new information there. Like I mentioned, 2 weeks away from a new Star Wars TV show and the new animated series. The next one since the Bad Batch finished a few years ago, and then we're like 60 something off days for The Mandalorian and Grogu in the movie theaters. We're back with Star Wars in the theater in about 3 months, more or less 60 days, or less than 2.5 months actually. Sorry. So yeah, it's fun times to be Star Wars fan, fun times to be talking Star Wars, and fun times talking to you guys. And out there in the chat is our friend Brennan Page Turner. So we know, hello there, Alberto. Hello there, Brennan. Thanks for joining us. You are excited for this show. I'm starting to get there. If you guys have watched this show or listened to the show recently, I haven't been the most excited for this show. It's nothing against the show in particular. I've always loved all the Star Wars animated shows, even if it takes me a while to get there. Hint, hint, Bad Batch. But by the end of the first season or something, I'm usually on board. I didn't need. I don't know. We don't need anything, but I wasn't kind of calling or asking for more Darth Maul stories. So when this was announced as the next big animated show for Star Wars, I was okay. I wish they did something new, different characters, different era, or something. But each trailer and each more information that we keep getting, I'm getting there. I'm starting to get excited. This last trailer was pretty epic, actually. So yeah, I mean, with that said, let's go ahead. Let's go watch it first. We'll watch the trailer for Shadow Lord real quick. We'll come back. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss. And again, if you are watching later, leave us a comment on what you think of this trailer, what you're hoping for the series, and all that fun stuff that we kind of expect with Star Wars animation. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let me get this ready. All right, so maybe. There we go. All right, let's watch this.
Our target is a syndicate leader. He is associated with several criminal organizations.
Because
and
again, the
proficient
visuals in this show are just awesome. The
with
animation
a
style,
laser
that
sword.
painted style. Darth Maul is the and he's a great character. If you like the dark side of the Force, and this is the show that everyone's been talking
The
about, how the reveal
Empire
of the
tried to kill
Lucasfilm
me.
logo and Star Destroyers
Their
over a city is
betrayal
it's always
demands
great.
consequence. And that consequence requires a weapon.
A weapon. Love that, not the tone, but
Together,
this teaser. We'll talk about it. This trailer and the
can
teaser are different in what the show
destroy the
seems to be about,
Empire.
or what its main focus is.
He wants to fight his allies.
I love this new
The
Jedi
Empire may
Master.
be our common enemy, but Maul will never be our ally.
The hallway scene, the pikes are there, which is always cool.
We
They're
need
kind
to
of
find him.
the
Whatever it takes.
kind of throwaway organization.
This is escalating out of our hands. The Empire will want
Oh, the
answers.
Inquisitors. Great addition. How
The
they've used
Empire will lock
Inquisitors
this
this
planet
past
down.
10 years. Marok.
Jedi, where is Maul? I'm right here.
Lightsaber fights in animation are always something
Let
to
us
be
have
excited
our
for. I'm
revenge.
hoping to see something pretty cool with Maul against the Inquisitors and the new Jedi's. A bunch of stormtroopers, so the Empire does go there.
We're not gonna take out the whole
Not pretty early on, but there's a huge presence for the Empire. Shadow Lord, so April 6th. We'll talk about the release dates in a minute, but alright, so Maul Shadow Lord, there it is. The new trailer just came out this past week. Well, probably earlier in the week, as always, on a random Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday it was released, so almost a week ago. So yeah, probably everyone has talked about this already, but we're here today. Like I mentioned, the visuals look great. It's something that since the first stills and the first kind of information and kind of visuals we started getting since Celebration, this painted style was always there, was always what caught everyone's eyes. We're always looking at what the next Star Wars animated show was going to look like, how they've changed the animation styles from the Clone Wars to Rebels was very different, then kind of came back a little bit more polished, obviously, for Clone Wars Season 7. Kind of kept that going for the Bad Batch, just kind of stepping it up every time. And now this kind of follows that same path as Bad Batch, but adding some of those painted elements to it, to elevate it to its own little thing. Very kind of level 1313, very noir, kind of Blade Runner with a lot of the colors, the blues, the purples, the greens. So it's very distinct. Oh, this is Shadow Lord, this is Maul. It's a very different show look wise than the other ones. The tone is great. It's dark, it's violent, it's scary, it's everything that you would think about Darth Maul or just Maul at this point, where you think about that character. And if the show really revolves around him as a centerpiece, which this is obviously will do, it has that vibe. It doesn't seem to be holding anything back. Again, it seems dark, violent. I'm not gonna say edgy and grungy or whatever we used to say when Batman and Dark Knight and the Man of Steel and all those things were coming out, but it looks that way. It feels the way a Maul show should look like and should feel like. So I love the tone that is set in just with the teasers and the trailer. There seems to be more emphasis, at least on this trailer, with Maul taking down the Empire. That revenge against the Empire. He feels betrayed by the Empire, by Palpatine, compared to the teaser, which seemed to be more focused in the underworld, seeing the crime syndicates. So it's interesting to then see those two kind of back to back and try to figure out what the show is gonna be about, or what. I don't want to keep saying the word tone, but what's the genre? I guess it's gonna go. You say it's more kind of criminal, crime boss, gangster show, similar to what we thought we were getting with Book of Boba Fett, kind of this Godfather type show with Maul trying to rebuild his criminal organization. We know he's there with through Cass. We saw the Pikes. So it's this. We know that this world, and we'll talk about the world, Janix, this planet that's very criminal organization centered, or is it more about Maul trying to rebuild that master apprentice relationship, try to find someone to help him take down the empire? Like these trailers seem to kind of point and center on more of Maul against the empire instead of just the criminal organization part and the crime syndicate. So I don't know where I'm falling. Let me know, guys, if you prefer the show to go more crime organization wise, crime syndicates, more against the empire, maybe not force sensitive, but with Maul and the Jedi and Inquisitors, there's a lot of force related action in there. Might be a good kind of mix and balance between both. I'm guessing will be more of a mix. It seems to be that this time period, again, this is right after season 7 of Clone Wars ends, which is again right after Revenge of the Sith. And we know by the time we get to Solo, which is 20 years from now, not that much, 15 years from now, maybe, then we know that Maul is already the head of that crime organization. So he builds up his crime syndicates in the next 10, 15 years with Crimson Dawn. Or are we going to focus more on taking down the Empire? Does it go hand in hand? Because I think it says in the trailer, we can't take down the Empire ourselves. He needs something else, a bigger group to help him take down Palpatine and all those corrupt Empire fellows. So, and I love seeing that this trailer focus more on that element of Maul, the Empire, the runaway Jedi's are still popping up after Order 66, but we don't need to go into why there are more Jedi's. It makes sense. There's 10,000 or 100,000 Jedi out there by when they start killing all of them, unfortunately. But I think we'll get a good mix of both. I love that line that he says, the Empire tried to kill me. Their betrayal demands consequences, and that consequence requires a weapon. He's not talking about himself. Is he talking about this crime syndicate that he might try to build? Or is it turning one of the Jedi against the Empire? He knows somehow he finds these two Jedi in Janix. So we know at least we get two Jedi on the run in this show. I think if you go to StarWars.com, it tells you that the Empire is after those Jedi. So I don't know if just because they're Jedi, we know that the Empire is just trying to find Jedi out there. That's why the Inquisitors are out there. Or if the Jedi specifically know about those two, which are Jedi Padawan Devon Isara, which is the Twi'lek that we've kind of seen as the second lead on the show, or Jedi Master Eko Dio Daki, which is this, I call him a turtle, kind of looks like a turtle a little bit. I love the design. I love the way he speaks. I love the hood that he has on. I think he's gonna be my favorite, or one of my favorites for this show. I don't expect him to last too long. I think he's gonna chuck it by the end of the season, or maybe midway through the season. We'll talk about that. But I love that we're getting at least a Padawan and Master kind of relationship out there. I'll be honest. I think that they're Master and Padawan. I don't know if they were together or he lost his Padawan, she lost her Master. But I think that's his Padawan. Devon is her Padawan. So it kind of looks like Maul is trying to recruit Devon to be his apprentice, similar to which he tried with Ezra in Rebels. Maybe he tries first with Devon to help him take down the Empire. Trying to feed that line up. We have a common enemy in the Empire. Where let's put aside Jedi Sith. That doesn't fly anymore, right? The Empire, we gotta take those down. They took all your guys down. They took the Republic down. They lied to me. So we need to work together to take him down. He has an idea of what Palpatine's plan was, what Sidious' plan was. Maybe he reveals to Devon that Sidious and Palpatine are the same person. That's a way to get her on his side to help take down the Empire, or at least to join him on this venture, right? It's never him. We might only have common enemies, but he will never be our ally. Right, so I love that we have that kind of relationship building between those two Jedi, plus what Maul brings into this. He's been trying this since season 7, when he tried to recruit Ahsoka because Anakin didn't show up. We know he tried to recruit Ezra in Rebels again, X amount of years in the future. But at this point, what Sam Witwer has said and some other interviews is really kind of gone gun ho against taking down Sidious. He feels betrayed, feels that he lied to him, everything. So he's kind of, now I'm gonna take this guy down, but I need help. So will he succeed in turning her either to the dark side or to help her take down Palpatine? Are we seeing another fallen Jedi? Will she fall to the dark side and join Maul? Will this lead to Darth Talon, which is what everyone's kind of either expecting, some people are hoping? I'm not too familiar with Darth Talon. I know she comes X amount of years after that of Yavin, 100 years, maybe less. She's in this club of the one Sith, that they don't follow the rule of two. It's not the Sith Empire of old. She's a different version of the Sith, kind of just one way, one person. I'm not 100% sure. I know supposedly this was George Lucas' idea for the sequel, bringing back Maul, which had died already for a second time, bringing him back, giving him this apprentice, and then that leads into the sequel trilogy. I wasn't really a fan of that when it started popping up online. Well, Dave Filoni, which we know he loves to kind of, what's the word? Kind of keep alive George Lucas's vision of Star Wars. So maybe he does a way around it to do his own version of it and bring Darth Talon that way. I hope not. I hope they just stay focused on a new story with new characters. So even if it's a kind of pinkish reddish Twilight female that falls to the dark side, I hope it's not Darth Talon, or at least the same beats of that character. I hope it's something different. I really hope that she doesn't fall. I know this kind of inkling or kind of teasing that she might fall either to the dark side or at least help Maul. I think she will help Maul for different type of reasons, to help take down the Empire thing, maybe kind of revenge. I think that Iko D. Odaki, that Jedi Master, I think he's going to die. I think the Inquisitors are gonna get him, and that's gonna help Maul kind of push her closer and closer to fall into the dark side, taking revenge, and then joining him. Maybe that's the case, and if that happens in the first season, that's fine. But maybe by the end of the series or season 2, or I don't know how long this will be, she comes back to the light. You've known me, I've talked about this. I'm kind of tired of always seeing the Jedi fall to the dark side or being painted in the wrong light, that they're kind of in fault for everything. So I don't want to see another fallen Jedi just because Darth Maul is there and something happens and kind of, he's never been the smartest guy, that he's just a blunt instrument basically, and they keep giving him more stories. That's why I kind of, what more can we get with Maul? But again, I'll give this show a shot. I'm excited for it. I'm sure I'm gonna like it by the end of it. But I hope that we don't get Darth Talon unless she just falls to the dark side to help Maul. And if she does, that by the end something helps her to come back. Maybe she runs into Obi-Wan. Maybe we get something in the finale and she turns back to the light side. But we'll see. Do you guys want to see a Darth Talon kind of rebirth, remake, revisit? Do you think she's going to fall to the dark side? Do you want her? How are you guys seeing this play out? So Maul's with his gang. Like I mentioned, he has his partner Rook Cast, has been there for a while on the Maul DeLoreans. Well, I thought I had a Funko Pop of her. Maybe it's somewhere. It's too many right now to find. But yeah, she's a great character, great design. So I'm glad that we got her back. We have those Sabrak brothers, Icarus and Scorn. You gotta love Star Wars names. You gotta love Dave Filoni. Sometimes the names are just like, dude, really? Like Icarus? Yeah, we know. He's gonna Scorn. I mean, we have Savage Opress, so what can I say? I think one of them dies. at some point in season one. Either both of them, I don't think they're surviving. With a name like Icarus, I'm gonna say that he's the one that maybe he goes head on against killing 100 troopers. He's getting closer to the sun, right, and defeating everyone, but gets too close to it and then gets killed. And I mean, it starts small. How much can you push him? But I think one of them is gonna eat it by the end of season one. They look cool. The figures, the Funko Pops and the Black Series look cool. So have at it. But I don't think they're gonna last too long. But they're great. Those crazy Sabrak out there with those Gatling guns or repeater blasters. Planet Janix, let's talk about it real quick. It's this crime world. Excuse me, it's a crime world with a delicate balance between gangsters, criminal organization, and the local law enforcement. We know Brander Lawson, the captain, played by Morna. Can't believe I just forgot his first name. He just almost won an Oscar. Wagner Morna. But anyway, Janix looks like most of this show is gonna be, at least first season, is gonna be kind of staying put. Will take place in this planet. I think they said that already, but both the teaser trailer and the standard trailer all take place here in Janix. I think they're really diving into making this planet its own character in the show. It'll be the Gotham City of Star Wars. I think I like it. I kind of been thinking about it. Do I want them to go off world? This is gonna be going like every Star Wars, everything that they have to visit 20 different planets throughout the season, which is great. We get to explore more of the Star Wars galaxy. I think I'm liking if this is a more contained story, especially this first season. If it's right after Clone Wars, the Empire starting to kind of grow. Janix is this planet that the Empire hasn't reached yet. Kind of let them do their own thing. So it's a good place for Maul to hide. It's a good place for the Jedi to go and hide. So if everything stays there, I think I'm gonna enjoy that part. But something happens that the Empire kind of starting to put its eye or fix its eye on Janix. Captain Brander Lawson, as we said, he has his droid Two Boots, which I don't think we saw that droid in the trailer. He has a partner. I don't have her name. Probably he has a son that's gonna be there. Riley Lawson is the captain's son. I think he also dies. Sorry, I'm killing everyone in this show already. Haven't seen a single episode, but I think the Jedi Master dies. One of the Sabrak brother dies. The captain's son is going to die. I think a lot of people are going to die on this show, especially if we want to show how. Although I think Riley might be the first one that dies by Maul's hand. I don't think that he kills the Jedi Master. He wouldn't kill his Sabrak brothers, but I think he'll be responsible for Riley Lawson's death. So I'm just kidding everyone. But we got that scene when the captain's kind of partner, she says the Empire will want answers. So what happens that the Empire needs to get involved? Send the Star Destroyer that we see over the city. Bunch of stormtroopers there. So is it because Maul's criminal organization is growing too fast and they have to kind of put a stop on it? Or they see that this crime organization is growing. Maybe eventually they know that Maul is there. We know from the trailer when the Inquisitor says, where is Maul? Or is it because the Empire tracked two Jedi to the planet and that's why they need to get involved? Right? Brander Lawson knows that there's Jedi there and is trying to keep things under wraps so the Empire doesn't get involved. So again, it's a cool way to do the show, especially this kind of promotion. There's a couple of paths that everything might go. It's Maul trying to rebuild the crime organization as his principal thing, or is he trying to take down the Empire? Is the Empire going to Janix to stop Maul, or because there are Jedi there? Why are the Jedi in Janix, of all places, right? It's a crime-ridden world. They're Jedi. They'll do good. They don't need the kind of Jedi logo or insignia on them to do great things. So again, there's a lot of cool, interesting things that might happen in this show. But why is the Empire suddenly interested and involved in everything happening in Janix? It's gonna be a cool mix, and either one or the other. Once they find out the other part, some maybe other people get involved in the Empire. Certain guy with a dark cloak and a big helmet. Not Spaceball, the other guy. So yeah, so the Inquisitors. We have two: the Crow, which we know by the Tales of the Jedi, that Ahsoka one, that Ahsoka will take down the Crow eventually. So he'll survive this. And we have Marok, that we know Marok will be in the Ahsoka show again 20 years from now, whenever it happens. Is Marok just a green gas guy? Does he die and then come back because he's just full of witch magic, of Dathomir magic? I'm gonna say yes. I think that'll be extremely cool if they keep killing Marok, and then another one comes back, or that green fog just goes into another body. Can be part of Project Necromancer, all these other kind of dark magic that the Sith have been involved with. I think it will be a cool way to kind of keep bringing this character back and back. It's a great design. And again, it will be an interesting way to do new things with the Force, or new things with Star Wars TV shows, new things with the Inquisitors. Yeah, it's just a gassy guy. Just a gassy guy. So I would like, that would be fun. Because if now we know that the Crow doesn't die, we know that Marok doesn't die, and then there's no, the fights are going to be like, okay, whatever. I do think that one of those Inquisitors, or maybe both, will be responsible for Master Iko Diodaki's death. I think one of them kills them. This is what makes Devon have to partner up with Maul. I think Maul saves her from the Inquisitors also. Maybe in that confrontation, her master dies trying to save her, and then Maul comes and saves her using the dark side. And that's a way for him to get her to his side, to, hey, the light side wasn't strong enough to save his master or to save you. I had to come in with the dark side to save you. Join me, you have enough strength to then take down those two Inquisitors. We can take the Empire down together. That's a way to bring her to his side. And again, through the trailers, I don't think it's something that happens pretty quickly. I think he dies halfway through the show, maybe a little bit later. I don't think she falls to the dark side right there. Again, I hope that she doesn't, but I think it will be something that she will see that she needs to partner up with Maul to survive the Empire being on Janix, and maybe it's very reluctantly has to, by the end of the season, either join him and they go somewhere else and they have to go together to survive. That's a way that might play out. But yeah, I don't think that her master is going to survive battle with the Inquisitor, especially both of them are there. And that's going to be the little thing that Maul uses to bring her to his side. Maybe he even lets it happen. Maybe he sees like, man, I can step in now and stop it, but I'm just going to wait for him to go down, and then I can try to bring her to my side. So yeah, Darth Vader is something me and Alti talked about, I think when the show was announced, or where that teaser was first shown a couple months ago. Will Darth Vader show up in the show in terms and have that big confrontation with Darth Maul, or with Maul again? Sorry, everyone, since the Phantom Menace, probably people have been asking who would win between Maul and Darth Vader. I think we're going to see it. We don't know how long this series is gonna go for. I'm gonna guess 3 to 4 seasons. If it's similar to Rebels was 5, right? Resistance was only 2. We know it didn't have the numbers that they wanted. Again, being on Disney XD is a little bit different. Bad Batch went for 3 seasons, so I'm guessing 3 to 4 seasons for Maul Shadow Lord. I'm like 95% sure that we will get Darth Vader versus Maul confrontation at some point in the show. And if that happens, that will be in the tail end of the final season. I don't think that's happening now. We might get a mention of Vader. He might even show up to send the Inquisitors after Maul, since actually Darth Vader is in charge of the Inquisitors, so he might be the one that sends them. We already got a Palpatine mention. He might show up. Maybe he talks to Vader. I think there'll be mention of both I think Vader will at least get a mention. He might show up just to send the Inquisitors. I would love to see how Darth Vader looks in this animation style. I don't think we're getting him in kind of being a part of the story till later on if the series gets picked up and keeps going. I think we'll see him season 3, season 4 in that confrontation with Maul. That's something you need to save. You don't need to bring Vader every time. But if it's, hey, we need someone to send Inquisitors out, it can be a quick hologram of Vader sending Inquisitors to Janix to find Maul. Or to find the Jedi. It depends what the main reason they're there. All right, so let's talk real quick for the release dates and the episode titles. So we're getting 2 episodes each release date. They drop like midnight Pacific time, 3 in the morning Eastern time, so my time, on Mondays, I believe. So Monday morning they'll be out there. I'll watch them in the afternoon. I'm not gonna wake up and watch them early. I will talk about them probably on Saturdays, as always, over the weekend. Who knows if something needs to be discussed early and we need to make a show during the week, then we'll see. Again, that's why you need to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss where those drop. But first, April 6th, The Dark Revenge is episode 1, and then Sinister Schemes. I think those are 2 very obviously Darth Maul centered. We might not even get a lot of with those 2 Jedis. The Dark Revenge has to be Darth Maul surviving after the Clone Wars, how he gets to Janix, and then trying again Sinister Schemes, how he plans to take his revenge against the Empire, starting against his criminal syndicate, how he gets in contact with Rook Kast to get that going as part of his kind of big syndicate. I'll keep saying maybe that's when he gets the Sabrak brothers. I think those 2 is just Maul trying to rebuild himself and this crime element to survive and start scheming on how to get back against the Empire. April 13th, we have episodes 3 and 4, Whispers in the Unknown and Pride and Vengeance. There's not a lot I can say there with those titles. Pride and Vengeance can be something with the Jedi, the pride that the Jedi have, the hubris that they have, and maybe here's when the Master dies, and vengeance that she wants to take, or that Maul is trying to, hey, now it's time for this revenge. It can also be Darth Maul's pride that he was going to be the one to help Sidious take down the Jedi and take over the the galaxy, and that didn't go, and now the vengeance that he wants to take against him, against the Empire, might be him trying to recruit the Jedi to that purpose. April 20th, we have episodes 5 and 6, Inquisition and Night of the Haunted. These obviously are going to be very Inquisitor-heavy episodes. Inquisition, this is why maybe in Pride and Vengeance, not when the Jedi Master dies, that might happen Inquisition. I think this is when the Inquisitors are sent over. Maybe this is when we start seeing, hey, the Empire wants to have a presence on Janix for whatever reason. And Night of the Haunted, might be the Inquisitors chasing after the Jedi, Devon, or it might be, again, Maul being the hunter, trying to find all those Inquisitors and her. Not sure, but I think those 2 episodes have the potential to be really action-packed, very force-oriented with Inquisitors, Maul, bunch of lightsaber fights. I think those 2 are going to be great. April 27th, episodes 7 and 8, Call to the Oblivion and the Creeping Fear. Again, anything with fear, Call to the Oblivion, calls to me or sounds like me like Jedi kind of questioning their faith in the Order and what happened in maybe the previous 2 episodes, and then the creeping fear that leads to the dark side. So, or the creeping fear again can be just Darth Maul as being the fear, this embodiment of fear for everyone out there. So then May 4th, the last 2 episodes, we have Strange Allies. Seems to be, unless we have a cameo or some character that we haven't seen and haven't heard about shows up to help Maul. Strange Allies seems to be when Devon finally realizes she needs to ally herself to Maul to take down the Empire, maybe take revenge for the death of her master. I think that happens in Strange Allies. Or maybe another Jedi shows up, or another dark side users. I don't know. Or maybe Marok turns and helps Maul. And then the finale, which doesn't have a title, it just says finale. So I'm surprised that they don't have a title, unless the title is a spoiler. I'm gonna guess it's a spoiler. It might be called Duel of the Fates. They might put as the title. Wouldn't surprise me when all the music is there. I wouldn't just say it because the Duel of the Fates score it's in the trailer we're gonna get in the show. They put in a lot of trailers. They put in the trailer for Rise of Skywalker, never showed up in the movie. But it wouldn't surprise me if the title for the finale might be Duel of the Fates, and that's the big confrontation against the Inquisitors or something else. Maybe this is where Vader shows up. Probably not. Again, that's maybe if it happens 2 seasons down the line. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think that finale title is going to be? Let me know down here. Comment on Blue Sky, social media, wherever. So it's gonna be cool. All right, so that's it. And then quick show today. No Otto here to sidetrack me as he always says. No. So now we'll be back next time. Again, show starts April 6th if where Darth Maul Shadow Low starts. We'll have episodes every Saturday, every weekend after to discuss the episodes. We'll try to have some cool guests here to help out with those reviews. Hopefully, Oti can make it to all of them, and also you guys. So, and thank you for everyone. Thank you, Brennan, for being here. Anyone else that might be on the chat and didn't get a chance to get in, thank you for being here. We'll talk Star Wars. We'll keep talking it till there's nothing else or no more Star Wars to talk about. That won't be for years to go. But thank you guys. Thank you for everyone for being here. Stay safe. Be safe. Maul is coming. So yeah, stay safe. See you guys later. May the force be with you.